My name is Alina. I am 25 years old. 1 year ago, my life was very hard. My father had died and my younger sister needed a serious operation. The hospital bills were very high. I worked in a small restaurant in the morning and cleaned offices at night. I was always tired, but I had no choice. One evening, a rich man came to the restaurant. His name was Adrian Cole. He wore an expensive suit and spoke very calmly. He kept looking at me while I served food. Before leaving, he gave me a large tip. I was surprised. A few days later, he came again. This time, he asked about my life. I don't know why, but I told him about my sister and the money problems. He listened quietly. Then he said something that changed everything. "I need a wife," he said. I thought he was joking, but he was serious. He told me it would only be a marriage on paper, for business reasons. He said investors trust married men more. In return, he would pay for my sister's operation and give me a comfortable life. It sounded wrong. It felt dangerous. But when I thought about my sister in pain, I said yes. The next week, I moved into his huge house. Everything was beautiful and expensive. I had new clothes, new shoes, everything I never had before. My sister's surgery was paid for. She was safe. But Adrian was cold. He gave me rules. No questions about his business. No talking to anyone about our agreement. Smile in public. Stay quiet at home. In public, we looked like the perfect couple. At events, he held my hand and people admired us. But inside that big house, I felt alone. He was always busy, always on secret phone calls. One night, I heard him arguing in his office. He said, "She doesn't know anything." My heart started beating fast. What did I not know? A few weeks later, I found some documents in his drawer. There were company papers with my name on them. I was confused. Why would he put businesses under my name? I secretly met a lawyer. When he saw the papers, his face became serious. He told me some of Adrian's companies were involved in illegal activities. And now, legally, some of them belonged to me. I felt shocked. Adrian had used me to protect himself. If something went wrong, I would be responsible. That day, I stopped being scared. I acted normal. I smiled. I stood next to him at parties. But secretly, I started learning. I studied the company documents. I collected proof. I spoke to the lawyer again and again. Adrian thought I was just a simple girl who needed his money. He was wrong. 1 year after our marriage, on our anniversary, he came home with a gift. He smiled slightly and said, "You are lucky I chose you." I looked at him calmly. I was no longer afraid. "I was lucky," I said, "because you trusted me too much." I placed divorce papers on the table, along with legal documents that proved one clean and profitable company was fully in my name. His face changed. He shouted. He threatened me. But the law was clear. I left that house the same night. I did not take his jewelry or clothes. I only took my documents and my freedom. Today, I run that company honestly. My sister is healthy. I live a simple but peaceful life. I learned something important. Sometimes people think they can use you because you are weak, but if you stay calm, learn quietly, and believe in yourself, you can change your story. I married a rich stranger for money, but in the end, I walked away stronger than him.